Hi folks, in this video, I'm going to show you how to take a PDF bank statement or a PDF credit card statement like the one you see here on the screen and upload all those transactions into QuickBooks. Now I'm going to show you both QuickBooks Online and QuickBooks Desktop. So I'm going to show you how it works with both. The actual functionality leading up to that, it's identical. Now in order to take a PDF bank statement that you either downloaded or scanned, you need to download a special software from a company called MoneyThumb. I'm going to put my affiliate link in the description, so if you end up buying it, I get a little bit of credit. And I'm not doing this video to get the credit, although of course I absolutely enjoy the credit I get from my affiliates. I'm doing this because this tool I truly use in my practice every day, and I can attest to that. And once I finish showing you, you will understand why. So anyway, in this MoneyThumb website, you're going to see a couple of options here of different programs you can buy. CSV to QBO, QIF to QBO, PDF to QBO, to QBO Converter Pro. For the context of this video, for PDF into QuickBooks, you need either PDF to QBO or to QBO Converter Pro. I'll let you look at the website to explore the differences, but at least PDF to QBO. Now I'm going to go ahead and launch it up to show you how it works. I'm going to open up the app, okay? And this is what the app looks like. And then I'm going to open up my folder where my PDF bank statement is. That's the same bank statement I had just shown you earlier. So I'm going to take this bank statement, I'm going to click and drag it into MoneyThumb. What's going to happen is once the PDF gets dragged in there, it's going to read it and it's going to show you a preview of what that read is. Now, the purpose of showing you the preview first is because depending on the quality of your scan, the previews are not going to, the scans are not going to be perfect. And if any of these things are being read incorrectly, you can actually double click on the magnifying glass right there on the left navigation bar, and it will pop up the statement and it'll highlight the specific transaction in question just so you can double check if it read it correctly. So you can check, yep, it read it correctly, or it read the date correctly, or the amount, whatever. And you can actually inline make edits in here prior to bringing them into QuickBooks if you want to. Most people don't make any edits, just do the conversion right away. There's one little cool tool that it has in here which makes this software pretty unique, is that you can also clean up some of the data that gets downloaded. For example, if you're annoyed by those pesky phone numbers and by the little stars and the symbols, you can click on Pay Cleanup Settings, and then you can click on Remove Phone Numbers. And notice that when I do that, it removes the phone numbers from the read and also special characters. So by doing that, what happens is I get this read of the statement to be a little bit cleaner. So that when I import it into QuickBooks, I don't have a lot of those extra characters that I might not need. Now, in some cases, I understand you might want the characters. So that's totally optional if you want to clean them up. Then I'm going to click on Create QBO, and that will create the file that I need to be able to upload it into QuickBooks. I also do want to point out that you can convert to CSV as well. And if you do that, let me click and drag one more time, that if I convert to CSV and I double click on it, it's an actual Excel file. Now, why would that be useful? Well, some people will grab an Excel file, make changes to it, and then do the conversion after making the changes in Excel. The other thing that this tells you is that if you built your own Excel file, let's say a petty cash log or something, you can use the same software to convert it into a .QBO file so QuickBooks can import it as bank feeds. So what does that mean? Well, there's this file here called whatever the PDF file name is and an extension .QBO, and it says it's a QuickBooks OFX data. What does that mean? If I right click on that and click on Open with Notepad, I just want to show you a quick preview. This is actually an XML file, and this is the format that QuickBooks understands to be able to import it as if it was a bank feed or a bank connection. So let me open QuickBooks Online to show you what that process would look like to import that converted bank statement. And I'm also going to show you desktop after online because it works the exact same way for both platforms. So if I'm in QuickBooks Online and I want to import those transactions into bank feeds, I click on the gear menu on the top right, and then I go to where it says Import Data. I click on Import Data, then I click on Bank Data. So I'm going to import bank data. And then on the left-hand side, it says Get Your Bank Info, and it gives you a little blurb here. That's where you go upload that file that we just converted. Now, for the people that are not converting, this PDF to QBO business, they would be downloading the file straight from the bank. And if you had the ability to download the QBO file from bank, you wouldn't need to watch this video. You wouldn't need the app. And if you had the ability to connect straight to the bank and bring those transactions in, you also don't have the necessity to convert from PDF to QBO. But there are situations, as an accountant, I run into all sorts of them, where maybe the bank account was closed, or the client or the user doesn't have access to an online platform where they can download it digitally, or maybe the bank doesn't connect to QuickBooks directly. I mean, there's all sorts of reasons why you only got a PDF and that's the only thing you have, and you want to convert it so you don't have to do all this data entry. So again, if you can do the direct connection, skip this video. You don't need to know that. Anyway, so we're going to click on Browse up here, select the QBO file, click on Open, and then click on Next. And after that imports, you're going to click on Banking and go into the Banking tab. And now you will notice that the transactions were downloaded into the banking screen just the same way as if you would have connected the bank directly. And this has a lot of benefits. For example, I can take a bunch of vendors like all these Google that you see here. I can select one, shift click all the way down, select them all in a group, click on Update, and I can say this is going to be an expense, and the name of the vendor is Google. Create the vendor because you have to add them into the database. And then where it says category, I can put that into advertising. Whatever the category is, click on Apply and Accept, and do a whole bunch of things at the same time. This feature, bank feeds or banking, has all sorts of great things like matching and bank rules and a lot of techniques that help you do the data entry super, super quick. And this video is not about that. I'll put a different video in the link description if you kind of want to see more about how to use this part of it. Now, for this video, I'm sort of limiting the scope to converting the PDF into a file that can be imported into QuickBooks. Now, if I'm using QuickBooks Desktop, it's a very similar process. I'm going to click on the File menu, and then I'm going to click on Utilities. And then under Utilities, I'm going to click on Import. Another import, I'm going to click on Web Connect Files. That's the term that is used for a .qbo file. Then I'm going to click OK. Then a pop-up window asking me where is the file that you want to upload. So I select my file and then click on Open. Then it'll ask me, would you like to connect it to an existing bank account, or would you like to create a new bank account? You got both options here. So I'm going to create this one called Chase 8888, whatever the last four digits, maybe put the real last four digits, 0892. Then I click on Continue. That is going to download all the transactions into QuickBooks Desktop as if it had the bank connected directly. So I'll show you kind of the same action that we did with QuickBooks Online in here. I'm going to click here, it says download it as. I'm going to scroll down to maybe where the Costco's are, or it was the Googles, right? So then you go down to where the Googles are, select all the Googles here, and then I can batch actions modify, and I can say, okay, this is vendor Google, create the vendor here, okay? And then the category, let's put this under advertising, and then we click on save and add to register, and boom, all three transactions get created in one shot, right? And I have a different video that explains how bank feeds works in QuickBooks Desktop. So anyway, MoneyThumb is the name of the software. I use it for my practice all the time. It's great to convert PDF bank statements into either CSV format to be edited in Excel, or in QBO format that can be uploaded in QuickBooks Online or in QuickBooks Desktop. Again, I'll put a link to in the description to be able to go into this specific page. This is my landing page that contains a summary of what all the apps do. If you actually go to the moneythumb.com website by itself, which you're welcome to do so, you're welcome to Google it and do it. The interface, it's because they sell a lot of things, a lot of conversions to a lot of different programs. It does get a little bit confusing. I think that if you go into my landing page, again, I'll put it on the description, it explains very succinctly what this is, what all the options are, and you can click on each of them individually to go into that landing page, and you will even see a video that I did, a really in-depth video, one that's a little bit slower and goes step by step and explains how this works, so you can play that and you can watch that. You can tell that I am pretty close to this vendor I don't have any stock, any ownership of it, but we do have this affiliate relationship where I talk about the product, I promote it, and this is one of the few products that I use every day from all the other products that I work with. So QuickBooks, MoneyThumb, great combination. Anyway, I hope you found the video helpful. If you got any questions, I got my email in the bottom somewhere. Go ahead and shoot us an email. I'll try to answer the question. And if you go get the software, use my link. I would appreciate that very much. So I hope the software works out for you, and I'll see you on the next one.